pieces in, and then go straight into the gameplay and talking about what we're doing. Alright, so this is Snowrunner, the sequel to Mudrunner, which was released, I don't know, years ago. But today we're playing Snowrunner, the sequel, which is so much better in my opinion. I downloaded this specifically to do some ASMR with, and actually I've just kind of fallen in love with playing the game. The whole premise is there's a bunch of maps, and you're either exploring off terrain or making deliveries of different goods around the map and doing missions and stuff. There's a lot of icons up here, but today, presuming that I'm not going to have, like, it's going to take us a while. The idea is that we're going to be taking a jeep, and we're going to be trying to get this watchtower, maybe even the second one, as well as finding out what we need to do to clear this roadblock, which I haven't actually got up to yet, because there's a big delivery that needs to be done to the factory up here, and I'm going to try and unlock as much of the road as possible to make that just more convenient, especially given that we've got some motor storage down here. Now in theory I could come across this river here, but I know I'll just sink into the water there, and probably here as well, though that looks like it'll be a bridge, so who knows, maybe we'll check it out. Either way, there's like a little mud path here, so maybe more feasible. Anyway, that's way off the point. So today we're going to be picking up with the jeep and heading up this way, maybe even picking up this upgrade if we can remember it. Now I'm still getting a gauge of the sound, so it might be quiet today, I'm not too sure, because of the loud engine sounds and some of the music. I've opted to turn it down a little bit, so we'll see. If it's too loud, then that'll be changed for next time. Alright, so I'm not going to go and explain everything that happens in this game, but this is the jeep, and I'll kind of talk through a few things as I do them. So I made a few modifications. I've got this like little stuff at the top that has some repair and fuel in there. Got myself some better off-road tyres. However, as good as they are, they don't half make me like bounce around a lot, and I found myself like falling over, toppling over, which isn't too good, so we'll see how this goes. I just thought this would be kind of a relaxing kind of video with some like driving sounds, especially if the engine is kind of like, or the sound effects of the game are dialed down a little bit. It could be quite relaxing. I've also downloaded a couple of other games that I want to use as well for some ASMR, including Bus Simulator and Death Stranding, so expect some of those videos to come out as well. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be leaning into games in the future, but I enjoy playing them and I want to make some videos with them. So at the moment we don't need to do anything special with our tyres or a vehicle, because we've got good tyres on for it, but I'm going to pause here and just check that I'm going the way I wanted to. And actually I'm not, I'd rather go this way, so what I'm going to do is start making some markers on the map, because otherwise I'm going to get myself lost. And when we get up here, I roughly know the way anyway. Yeah, we'll see about that upgrade point when we get to it. Either way, it's time to turn around. So at the bottom right, you'll see a couple of things that are on there. There's what looks like a gear stick, and that's because it is a gear stick. Above that is something called diff lock, which looks like it's already activated, and that's because it is. Diff lock is basically where all the wheels on the vehicle will turn at the same time. It's very useful. Well, it doesn't look like it there. But rather than them moving independently, they'll move at the same time. What I've just turned on there is all-wheel drive, which means that all the wheels will turn at once. And I've got myself stuck. And what I've used just there is a winch, pressing triangle to lock onto a thing to drag myself forward. Now I've got myself in this position because I've not actually been paying attention, and I may have actually got myself properly stuck. Oh dear. Yeah, because I don't think I can reverse. So what I'm doing there is moving between the low gear and the reverse. The A is the automatic, and then we've got neutral here. Okay, it's not letting me reverse now. Move the wheels left or right, maybe it'll give me some leverage. I may have just messed this up by not paying attention. You can see I'm basically digging myself further in. Alright, I'm going to do something. Luckily we're not that far away. I didn't want to do this quickly, but there we go. I had to do it. So you can also see that the handbrake was on there as well. If I do that, it just, well, it's handbrake. If you're familiar with cars, you'll know what that is. At the bottom left we can see some stuff. There's a couple of icons underneath the bar. The icons beneath the bar are like different parts of the vehicle and represent like the damage that each of those places take. Above that is the fuel, and then on the right the number that's shifting is how much fuel I'm using at one point, and using different kind of like, I guess, things on the vehicle will make it use more or less fuel. So I would put all the all-wheel drive on. I would start using up more fuel. So I'm using the winch here to pull myself through the mud, which is doing a few things. I'm going to turn the all-wheel drive on just to get through this portion and switch it off again. I've got to be careful because my vehicle is quite top heavy, which means if I bounce around too much on the suspension, it's going to topple over, which isn't ideal, but it is useful rather than like taking a bunch of damage. For some reason though, it does feel like sometimes my engine just stalls like this, like the wheels just aren't turning for whatever reason, and there's not really an explanation for it. I don't know, I feel like that might be a game thing rather than a car thing, because doesn't seem like there's much of a reason. Alright, we're going to get to that fuel station, and when we do we'll refuel, even if we've not used too much, because I don't know when the next chance to do so will be. It's just good practice. So we'll just keep the all-wheel drive on here, because it doesn't make too much of a difference, because we're going to refuel in a moment anyway. I think, yeah, we should be coming up to the refuel gas station. There it is up there. I'm trying to recall if I've ever come this way before. I don't think I've ever used this road, this pathway. The physics in this game is much better than Mudrunner, and visually it looks a hell of a lot better. Just overall many improvements. I'd love to see what they would do next with this. Alright, here we are at the gas station. Handbrake on. Let's get some fuel. Alright, before we head off again, let's have a look at where we are. So we want to come up this way, follow the road round here, get back onto the main road, and follow it up to the bridge. Drive down the bridge, get across. I don't think I've come much further than this yet. I must have done, because I've opened up that area. Maybe it was just an So we're going to go down to the roadblock first and then back up on ourselves. The risky business is getting up to that watchtower. I might have to just follow the road round rather than trying to come up here and go down, because I'm just going to fall. So let's do that. Oh, camera's a little bit wonky sometimes when it gets clipped on terrain or objects. Alright, well here we go, mostly following a road here, so it's not too bad. This portion gets a little bit muddy. It can be a little bit annoying, but it should be alright. I just don't want to go like too high gear, so I'm going to lighten my press on the pedal, keep it in a lower gear without switching to a lower gear. And then when we get back on the road there, we can put down our foot. And there we are, back on the road again. Getting up to the bridge now. Past this trailer that I left here. Go across this bridge. I've actually played quite a lot of this. As I said, I downloaded it specifically for because I wanted to do it for ASMR videos, but I ended up just loving playing it. So I started it just to test what it would be like, and ended up just like playing it pretty consistently for the last couple of days. And there's the watchtower, you can see it in the distance. Yeah, I've just been enjoying playing it. I felt like I had something else to say there, but I've forgotten what it was. Careful. Alright, back on the road. Nice easy patch of dirt that. So, there are like a bunch of different maps, and each map has like a few segments. This particular map here in, I think it's Wisconsin, has 4 different areas. And I can show you them later on in another video maybe. Alright, Rox, again, seriously, come on and do me a favour and handle this for you. Alright, what do we need to do for it? I didn't want to start tracking that, but there we go. Service spare parts. Okay, which I would get from the warehouse. That is actually not that bad. So all I would need to do is pick up some service parts from there. I need to do 2. I wonder if my other truck would do that. I've got a couple of trucks here. Alright. So now we know that, that's cool. Let's come up to this point. As tempting as it is to go to the top here and drive down, I am just not confident that I won't fall down there, so I'm going to follow this road along and go the right way, or at least the way that the road is telling me to go, so let's do this. Back up and then reverse it, turn around. That looks like some kind of shortcut. That must be a way to cut off this road as a shortcut, but ultimately might as well just fix the roads. It's way more convenient. Alright. Let's put our headlights on. I don't actually know if the headlights use any more fuel, I don't know why they would. I guess to generate electricity in the car. I don't know. Is that how that works? No idea. Car battery is something separate, right? So anyway, just following the track down this way. see. Back to this onto a road here. That will take us to the warehouse. So that would take us back down right to the warehouse. So we want to go onto this main road and presumably follow it this way, but I get the feeling that's going to be blocked off, isn't it? See another place up there on that ridge, the watchtower. You can see the watchtower right there. Is it blocked off? I really hope not. It might just be mud. Bits of the road tend to like have patches of mud and dirt on either side. Alright, so this is the area that goes off and up. Now there's no saving in this game, by the way, so if I fall I have to go all the way back to that warehouse on garage. So I had to focus there for a second because I really thought oh gosh, I may have fucked this up. What is that attached to? Not entirely sure what my Jeep is struggling with doing here. I'm gonna tumble over. If I reverse, I'm going over. I made a bad mistake. Yep, there we go. There you go, that's what I mean. This truck is actually kind of shit, I can't lie. And there's literally nothing I can do about that, by the way. I can't flip it. That's it. The truck is over. So I came on this way more or less for nothing. I really, really do not like... What's this? That's the gearbox. I want the suspension. Yeah, because the issue is... Maybe it's the top, maybe it's the frame is adding too much weight to the top. Not sure. It's got better engine. Alright. Don't need the visuals. Some like stuff on the Jeep. Fun rims. Oh, this is inside. Let's go. I've not seen any of these. That's kind of cool. So that's basically the Jeep that I have. I wonder if there's any like other scalp vehicles. None that I can really afford. That's a Scout, really. Interesting. Yeah. Alright. Let's give it another go. Maybe maybe I should stop making it so top, and maybe I should take the top off at some point. Could be the fact that it's top heavy. That's making it more of an issue. Hard to say, really. Alright. Let's just get through this nasty bit of terrain. And we're more or less over already. Great. Fantastic. And a bit of view from inside the Jeep, there we go. I can do more videos like this if you prefer, like first person, like, oh, we're inside the Jeep sort of videos, but I'll tell you they won't be as good because I can't drive very well. Especially not the off-road stuff. But I can certainly give it a go if that's what we prefer. Alright, come on now. Let's get over this bit. It's a bit annoying when the engine just decides out of nowhere to just stop and start. I'm not entirely sure why. I think I said, yeah, it just doesn't, there's no rhyme or reason for it, it'll just do it out of nowhere. Maybe it's because it's getting like stressed and it can't do it. I don't know. We're going to pull in here for a bit more fuel again. I'm not looking forward to doing the whole thing in the dark now, but we don't get to pick and choose the time of day, so job's got to be done. Let's get going. I'll be following this road up here again. Getting over this dirt bit here. Let's just get the all-wheel drive on. Push forward over the mud back onto the road. There we go, get it off. And back on. Great. Immersing the trailer again. I'm not really sure how to approach the watchtower here. Maybe I should try and do it from the top up. That just sounds like a really bad idea. What does that say? The warehouse. Yeah, it just seems like a really bad idea to do that, but it might be the best way to get up to it. Alright, and then we've got this little dirt path area here to get back onto the main road. Alright, let's hold up here for a second and judge. Oh, it's not that far up, but you know what, I'm going to give it a go. At the end of the day, let's experiment. Certainly beats trying to wander all the way down there. And if we fall, we may have to just wrap things up. But we'll give it our best shot. Oh no, bad idea. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, that actually has annoyed me. Seriously. Okay. Yeah, that sometimes. Some of those like harder to reach places, they do make things a little bit more difficult, but that's the way it is sometimes, you know. That's just the way it is. I wonder is there a way to get? Yeah, I think I've come through this way before. Through this sort of like little valley area. I've come down this way a few times. So the next kind of block of things to do is to try and clear this road and see where the rest of this leads. This seems to be leading up the mountainside, which gives me a feeling that that will require some following of this terrain. But yeah, alright. Well, thank you very much for listening in. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in whatever video comes next.